and thank you all for joining the Miss Foundation's Sad Dads Club Kindness Day Remembrance. We thank you for allowing us to honor your child and all the children gone too soon. I have a quote that I always keep in mind by Terry Pratchett. Do you know a man is not dead while his name is spoken? Tonight we say their names out loud, as they will always be remembered in our hearts and those hearts that love them. I have been involved in Kindness Day since 2004, having been doing the Remembrance of Roses here at the Angel of Hope since 2011. I found myself coming to the Angel many years ago for solitude and a quiet place to reflect. This is why on Kindness Day I adorn the Angel with roses as a thank you for watching over the souls of our children. I myself have lost my daughter Dawn Marie in 2001, and sadly this year my wife and I lost our stepson and her son Stephen Herring. This is the third year of reading the names alive. The Kindness Project started in 1996 as a way for families to honor their deceased child and help themselves healed. Now, years later, over 2 million Kindness Project cards have been used around the world to perform random acts of kindness in memory of a child, parent, friend, or spouse who died before their time. The idea is to perform random acts of usually anonymous acts of kindness in your community. A little card is left behind so that the person who benefits from the kindness knows that someone's life and death continues to matter. This beautiful movement has helped thousands of families to heal and find positive outlets for their overwhelming grief. The Kindness Project is a worldwide movement to share our children. It was started by Dr. Joanne Cacciatore after the loss of her beloved Cheyenne in 1994. Dr. Jo began to seek out ways to keep Cheyenne's memory alive within her family and to the rest of the world. She wanted to create a quiet legacy. She wanted people to know that Cheyenne existed, and more importantly, she wanted to help change the lives of others because of her presence on Earth. The Kindness Project blossomed out of extraordinary experiences Dr. Jo had while doing things for others. She discovered that the truly miraculous things happen to our spirits when we reach out to help others, so she thought a way to share the movement with others. The Kindness Project reminds others that our children and other loved ones are so very important to us that we are willing to extend the life and love of our child and share it with others. It is a legacy that transcends death. It is a legacy of love. Today is Dr. Jo's Angel Cheyenne's birthday. Rest in heaven. Without you, none of this was possible. We will start to read the names. They are in alphabetical order, so there's no preference. Thank you for allowing us to remember your children tonight. Tonight we remember Matthew Aaron, Dimitri Adams, Jeffrey Michael Adams, Henry Adams, William Harvey Addison III, Kevin Adkins, Trey Jean Atzett, Adrian Aguilar, Celine Ali Almiri, Jason Andrew Alcorta, Austin Jordan Allegre, Michael Alexander, Hunter Anaker, Aubrey Joe Anderson, Mackenzie Lynn Anderson, Amanda Angelucci, Tony Angstad, Caroline Kathleen Ann, Raymond Anthony Jr., John Robert Lee Anusavage, Robert Arch, Chaz Armstrong, Michael Armstrong, Megan Ascoons, Junior Acock, Brandy Rose Baker, Montana Batterton, Nikki Bell, Joshua David Benner, Jenny Marie Bergstrom, Dan Berry, Susan Marie Bickle, Abigail Jan Beaker, Carrie Lynn Billiter, Angel Grace Bellata, Dryden Brody Bellata, Bambino Bambi Bellata, Carrie Lynn Bittner, Eric Thomas Blazer, Craig Blumenthal, Brianna Bouvier, Zachary Michael Boland, James Bolus, Jamie Bones, Dalton Joseph Bones, Shelby Jane Bones, Seth Douglas Bonnet, Samantha Lee Bonovich, Matthew Boutros, Miranda Bowen, Brandon Braddock, Gabe Brzezinski, Garrett Lewis Brinnigan, Jeffrey Allen Brock, Jacob Robert Brooks, Kirk Brotherton, Neam Brown, Nicole Marie Brown, Americus Madeline Bryant, Isaac Bueno Yoakum, Carlos Antonio Bugarin, Joseph Bull, Nicholas Bull, Ashley Barant, John Joseph Burns, Stephen Burns, J. Allen Busby, Craig Matthew Byersmith, Cheyenne Cacciatore, Brianna Cahill, Callie and Caleb, Daniel William Campbell, James Robert Campbell, Anthony Frost, Carlson, Christy Carlson, Michael Angelo Carlson, Crawford Allen Carnahan, Logan Gray Carpenter, Jonathan Carper, Noah Carrasco, Brandon Raphael Cash, Christopher Cash, Amanda Lee Caskey, Jessica Ann Cave, Reeds Cazares, Sarah Elizabeth Chance Steele, John Clinton Chandler, Alan Chapman, Brittany Anna Chapman, Christine Jeannie Chaput, Tommy Childress, Leo Blaine Christian, Chad Michael Christian, Christina Nicole Cimaresti, Justin L. Clark, Justin Mark Clark, Liberty Rayanne Clark, Kaylee Alexis Coleman, Vive Comerford, Karina Contreras, Brad Cook, Tanya Michelle Cook, Kevin Michael Cooper, Theodore Copenhagen, Robert David Corder, Cassidy Lee Cordova, Jesse Tyler Corral, Tony Carrero, Tanya Michelle Carrero, Audrey Cushan, Nathan Michael Covington, Evan Wayne Cox, Angel Elaine Craig, Pauline Craig, Abraham Joseph Crane, Kimberly Elizabeth Crane, Jonathan James Curtin, Jackie Nicole Dalton, Austin Blake Dameron, James Davijon, Todd Christopher Davis, Cody Michael Dayberry, Brian Deakins, Matthew Dean, Cody Deck, Michael Andrew DeLuca, Misty Dawn DeMontrond, Andrew DeVetkis, Victoria Christine DeVerso, Gabriella Sarah Diaz, Stephanie DeGino, John Michael Diorio, Connor John Dix, Caitlin Duty, Krista Lee Dorsey, Dakota Rain Doherty, Gunnar Hoser Doherty, River Esparza Doherty, Heather Nicole Doughty, Kyle Ray Downey, Kevin Drew, Sharice Duncan, Elijah Dunn, Tammy Lynn Durham, Drake Durkee, Joey Dworick, Jeremy Dwyer, Joshua Paul Eastwood, Jody Ekinque, Jacob Daniel Edber, Katie Eady, Zach Eady, Patrick Michael Ehrlich, Caroline Kathleen Elizabeth, Sarah Beck Ellswick, Parker Thomas Epperson, Charlie Irvin III, Angelina Leanne Estefes, Dominic Joseph Estefes, Aiden Christian Ace Evat, Eric Fairbanks, Carter Farrig, Hope Farmer, Patrick Michael Farrow, Laura Feliciano, Joshua Fenner, Ronnie Scott Federoff, Andrew Joseph Fiore, Anthony P. Fiore, Tyler John Flint, Cody Flom, Brandon Keith Flowers, Michael William Floyd, Thomas James Floyd, Melody Aurora Ford, Sheridan Ficaro, Richard Felix Franco, Brian Alexander Fraser, Hannah Freelo, Mark Frontier, Richard Allen Fudge, Madison Fuller, George Fuller, Philip Lyle Furiosi, Eddie A. Gaynor, Jim Gaines, Daniel Wayne Gallichan, Levi Guadalupe Gallos Camacho, Luis Marcelo Gallo Camacho, Michael Galvin, Richard Galvin, Daniel Gaston, Thomas Gardner Gazay, Arthur Geary, Sandy Ghost, Bradley A. Gibson, Gavin Gibson, Chris Gibson, Christopher Sean Gill, Austin Allen Gaidici, Violet Noella Glover, Grayson Cole Gogwin, Danny Gominski, Ophelia Grace, Baby Graham, Gerald James Grant, Casey Marie Gravatt, Amber Gray, John Graybeal, Lee Christian Graybeal, Michael Lance Greenberg, Terry Greenhog, Jensen Gray, Andrew J. Grosser, Taylor Groh, Liam Anthony Gervis, Danon Quinn Haddock, Alexander Michael Hagan, Caitlin Joan Hagan, John Hall, Mikey Hollenbeck, Brianna Hamby, Chandler Hamby, Mitch Hamilton, Lonnie Hamlet III, Robert Hanson Jr., Cameron Austin Hargrove, Ashley Harmon, Jamal Stephen Harris, Maxwell Bent Harris, Joel Harrison, Aaron Heath Harvey, Joseph M. Hayes, Paxton Gregory Heath, Tiffany Heatwold, Theo Luther Hebert Fuglin, Shannon Heater, Jennifer Nicole Henderson, Torrin Henry, Anthony Hernandez, Nathaniel Thomas Hernandez, PJ Hernandez, Stephen Herring, Delaney Franklin Blue Hester, Hope Renee Higgison, Caroline Kathleen Higgs, Sawyer Hill, Judy Hilton, J.C. Carolina Hoagland, Warren Hobbs, Annie Shelley Hodson, Vincent Holly, Jordan Holmes, Robert Mark Holt, Michael Andrew Holtman, William Peter Holtman, Wendy Lynn Holtshausen, Amanda Hopkins, Spencer Hogue, Adam Hoop, John Paul Hughes, Little John Hummel, Caitlin Davis Humphrey, Taylor Andrew Humphrey, Betty Hunter, Elijah Hustleton, Emily Renee Hutchinson, Lane Eifert, Emma Ingber, Bernadette Ingram, Christina Bina Iavino, Eric Nicholas Irby, Brianna Jacqueline, DeMarco Jackson, Quentin Stone Jackson, Sarah Michelle Jacobs, Drew Jacobson, Brandon James, Matthew Jameson, Kelly Jameson, Jason Jamrazek, Abigail Jane, Tracy Jean, Joshua Jefferson, William Edward Jensen, Carrie Lynn Johnson, Jack Kendrick Johnson, Michael Anthony Johnson, Carrie Johnston, Tammy Miller Johnston, Nathan Ishmael Jones, Richard C. Jones Jr., Danny Jordan, Sandra J. Jorgensen, Erica M. Justino, Douglas Elliott Kellen, Cameron K., Everin Troy Keithley, Michael Adam Keener, Harry Kelso Jr., Elizabeth Jordan Kenderson, Joshua Michael Killian, Andrew Ryan Komet, Richard George King III, William Cullen Klein, Michael Klein, Douglas Klein, June Klezik, Erica Kluger, Brian Patrick Knaus, Eric Wayne Knight, Christopher E. Knowles, Tyler Cohn, Steve Kopecki, Hannah Kordashak, Sammy Cossack, Phil Kozlowski, Lynn Marie Krumwhitey, Lauren Lane, Kathleen Ann LaPierre, Nick Lashaway, Austin Blake Launderville, Dimitri Lawson, Eric Michael Layer, Rex Lehman, Peyton Elizabeth Lee, Stephanie Claire Lee, James Lemke, Marcia Sarah Lemon, Alyssa Landino, Mackenzie Letterly, Connor Stephen Lewis, Curtis Charles Lewis, Lance Leader, Marina Louise Lyle, Marty Lomonaco, D'Arcy Lynn Lopez, Karina Loren, Tyler Brandon Lotz, Connor Brian Thomas Laughlin, Sabrine Lucero, Christopher Ryan Lund, Brandon Mallory Lyon, Ember Marie McAllister, Jessica Nicole McDonald, Beta L. Maliki, Noah Michael Mann, Callista Faith Manning, Bridget Margaret, Marissa Marie, Paul Anthony Marino, Joseph Martins, Daniel Martin, Ashley Marie Massey, Deborah Dawn Mason, Peter Kirk Mason, Tony Massey, Chuck Mock, Amy May, Nicholas Nolan Mayo, Dan Mazia, Lieutenant Sean Patrick McCarthy, Keith McCartney, Emily Victoria McCoffin, Douglas Matthew McLeod, Patrick Jeremy McClure, Brendan M. McGovern, Douglas Elliott McLeod, Marshall James Meadows Asbury, Harold Owen Meester, Ray Melkor, Danny Melling, Gwendolyn Ruth Melton, Nadia Ann Marie Mendoza, Donovan Meyer, Gus Meza, Matthew Tyler Middleton, Chris Conan Milkey, Alonzo Miller, Athena Miller, Dennis J. Miller, Tommy Miller Johnston, Nick Malonis, Joseph Minnick, Fiona Mitsuoka, Patricia Moe, Jessica Lynn Mockdad, Rachel Ann Moore, Megan Espirit Morgan, Joey Don Morgan, Michael Thomas Morrison, John Alfred Moulton, Sammy and Gabriel Munoz, Kathleen Ann Murray, Justin Muriette, Corey Ree Nafsu, Crystal Lynn Nafsu, Jack Bryan Nankervis, Linda Narlock, Chad Nazar, Aiden Nazar, Kieran Nazar, Cody Nelson, Taylor Lynn Nelson, Amel Newsom, Kevin Naz, Shannon Naz, William Naz, Randy Allen Noble, Violet Sophia Noella, Bryant James Nolan, Jason Norbeck, Aurora Ann O'Donnell, Ricky Gordon Ogas, David O'Hagan, Justin Mark Olinger, John Paul O'Neill, Carmen Onesti, Jordan Alexander Ocean, Taylor Ostendorf, Brinja Oyen, Lauren Elizabeth Pacenta, Sean Hi Pahona, Jason J. Scott Panic, Mia Rose Parcels, Eric Paredes, Reese Parker, Matthew Ian Parkin, Noel Parcells, Jake Patton, Jacob Daniel Paul, Joshua Julian Peck, Matthew Kenneth Peckham, Yael McCall Peld, Richard J. Pernice Jr., Kevin Paris, Logan Perry, Danny Peters, Kathy Petrie, April Petroff, Mackenzie Lynn Petroff, Sarah Petroff, Christopher James Pewitt, Christopher Jason Phillips, Mark James Pyburn, Bruce Wayne Pickering Jr., Avi Pierce, Carson Pierce, Chad Pierce, Matthew Pierce, Dylan Pierchowski, Raymond Plotkin, Alicia Marie Polly, Roger Allen Poole III, Jessica Allen Porter, Brilana Powers, Ian Patrick Prangle, Charlie Price, Glenn Milton Price, Carla Heather Price Willis, Keith Michael Pringle, Harry Procco, Frankie Prout, Marissa Rue Pummel, Brandon James Quinn, Kayla Quinones, Kevin Quinones, Sarah Rose Rab, Jolissa Socorro Rangel, Soledad Angel Razo Martinez, Michael Dwayne Regan, Robert Rebiak, Jaden Michael Redding, Dana Marie Regan, Kara Marie Wessel Rieger, Jenny Weiland, Ricky Rhodes, Erica Lynn Richardson, Sean Matthew Richardson, Jordan Nathaniel Ricketson, Emma Elizabeth Ritchie, Jeff Rivera, Douglas Stephen Roback, Derek Michael Robbins, Nick Robertson, Glenn Robbins, Ryan Robbins, Ernest R. Rodabaugh Jr., Cindy Renee Rodriguez, Erica Rodriguez, Maddox Roger, Alex Romero, Nicholas Nolan Rosado, Alfred Rosado II, Crystal Rose, Cerise Rose, Tucker Ross, Alexander Lee Rotker, Erica Joy Rowan, Zachary Benjamin Roselle, Andrew Joseph Rosen, Ismail Angel Ruiz, Jocelyn Dakota Russ, Gianna Marie Russo, Grace Ruth Ann, Abram Jacob Rutherford, Melissa Sachtar, Haley Brooks Salvador, Becky Selch, Tori Selch, Jeremy Merv Salesman, Haley Brooks Salvador, Ashley Marie Sammons, Jason Michael Sanchez, Caitlin Sanchez, Michael Dion Sanders, Dawn Marie Sansoni, McKenna Santee, Jameel Anthony Sargent, Karina Sawatsky, Cole Michael Schlesky, David Schmalzer Jr., Lauren Elizabeth Scott, James Irvin J.D. Scroggins, Tommy Sepcott, Anthony Joseph Shallow, Gary Shapiro, Jeremy Kyle Shedd, Matthew Shepard, Noel Shear, Andrew Martin Schoen, Jacob Monroe Sibley, Jessica Lynn Silwicki, Dennis J. Sorochik, Francisco Xavier Sierra, Star Simmons, Kayla Jasmine Sims, Jonathan Anthony Simpson, Paula Charmaine Singer, Robert Skaggs, Violet Sophia Skinner, Michael Sloggett. I actually have another parent here that's going to help me read this if Kimberly Allen will. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
Just keep going.
Kevin Smith, Kurt J. Smith, Michael Allen Smith, Michael Anthony Soboleski, William Harvey Sumperik, Wheeler Wood Sues, Zachary Samalas, Jason August Spies, Justin Love Springer, Gabby Spurbeck, Ellie Cameron St. Peter, Parker Thomas St. Peter, Chris Stanley, Brooklyn Stapleton, Michael Steele, Jennifer Brooke Stevens, Michael Joseph Stevens, Troy Jarrett Stickney, Mary Elizabeth Stein, Michael James Stokes, Christine Studard, Joseph Michael Stout, Kylie Marie Strauss, Charlie Joe Graceland Suter, Sean Sullivan, Christopher Ryan Sumperer, James Nicholas Swink, John Raymond Tafoya, Timothy Boaz Tamblingson, Reuben Tamblingson, Kieran Tate, Aisha Tawfik, Zara Tawfik, Aaron Taylor, Fiona Thomas, Honor Megan Thomas, Anaya Thompson, Azaria Thompson, Janiyah Thompson, Jesse Thompson, Nasiah Thompson, Megan Thornhill, Megan Esprit Thornhill, Tyler Mark Thrasher, Kinley Tillinghast, Crystal Marie Tipton, Stormy Tobias, Keith Tucker, Sarah Tucker, Rebecca Nicole Tucker, Jeremy Merv Turner, Jesse Shane Turner, Joseph Dwayne Tuttle, Kamea Aaron Umphrey, Theodore Van Copenhagen, Keegan Shane Van Vletter, Alex Robert Van Fleet, Carl Van Destine, Michael James Veda, Andrew Michael Vader, Alex Edward Victoria, Marilyn Ramona Valena, Sarah Jean Vinette, EJ Voting, Eric Voting, Matthew Volmer, Christopher W., Joshua R. Waddell, Derek Wagner, Derek Scott Wagner, Casey Wagstaff, Kindred Weibel, Sethan Lance Wade, Gene Walker, Keith Michael Ward, Aaron Joseph Warner, Corey J. Warner, Neve Geneva Marie Warnick, Gavin Warren, Parker James Warshawski, Bernadette Margot Watkins, Gabrielle Hannah Wagaman, Katie Wason, Jacqueline Elizabeth Wazell, F. Weber, Michael Thomas Worrell, Thomas Tommy John Worrell, Victoria Tori Wells, Buddy Wentworth, Cara Marie Wessel, Melanie Margaret Westrich Johnson, Brittany Marie White, Zane Allen White, Hunter White, Buddy Whitworth, Philip Hagan Wickett, Nathaniel Holiday Wickham, Chance William, Casey Elizabeth Williams, Tyler Williams, Timothy David Wilmot, Tegan Kelly Winkle, Blair Cameron Winstead, Sarah Elizabeth Wintz, Blake Wolfson, Megan Daniel Wood, Noah Wood Toig, Jalissa Sakano Rangel, Christopher Michael Wright, Derek Wright, Kayla Amanda Grace Wright, Alex Wentz, Amanda Jo Yarbrough Barnes, Max Yoder, Crystal York, Isaiah Young, Juliette Noel Young, Corey Young, Crystal Young, Christina Young, Marissa Marie Yonk, Christina Luis Zaya, Charles Joseph Zarak, Julie Marie Zimmerman, Sapiros Zis, and Jesse Zittelberger.
We appreciate and thank you all for allowing us to honor your children. This will also go on YouTube this week, so for all that want to rewatch it or save it, thank you very much.